Right. So now we're going to enhance the class by adding something that the enemy can do when they see the player. So let's have a recap of how that works right here. So they're moving. If we're in their range, they'll start to notice us, and then they'll have a maximum timer that is completed. Have to do something. Now that one did turn out. Like now both of them are zero again. I can go. Yeah. All right. So once we're in their vision, they have to do something after a certain period of time. All right. So let's put the code in for that. So first of all, going to go to the AI, or maybe we'll create here. We'll create a new folder, and it'll be just enums, and then we can go inside and we can say blueprints enumeration. This is AI state. So we'll have a normal state. We'll have a attack state. We can have maybe um, engaged state. Engage with the enemy, and we can have maybe a dead state. All right. So these are different states of the AI. All right. So we will create a variable here with the same state enumeration, which is the AI underscore state current state, and we'll put this in general, and we'll put general on the top. All right. So by default, it is going to be normal state, and which is fine. But around okay, around here, we need to switch location. All right, so I'm saying that we need to have the switch, basically, depending on the states, we're going to switch the logic. So let's just do that. Bring it here, and we'll say switch on AI state, and then we'll put it here. And the normal is fine, normal is good. This is normal state, patrolling or finding new location, random location. Of course, we will have more code being added in here, but for now it's okay. All right, engaged. Engaged is means that you have seen the player at least once. So that, and attack is when you are in the like attack mode. Or I think I should rename this much properly. I should say this should be um, alert state maybe, and then this would be engaged. So alert is that you've seen the player and you are alert now. So maybe we can increase the movement speed, and we can make the AI look around. And engaged is proper battle fighting mode, something like that. All right. So first of all, if we do see the player, let me just make a big thing over here. All right. overlap and vision logic. So here we can change the state. We'll create a function for that. AI state change function, and we'll maintain a previous state as well, just for references. So there we go. We'll say a new state and previous state is the current state. I'm not sure of where we're going to use the previous state, but it is a good thing to have, good feature to have. All right. And also, if you want to make some, some kind of changes here, it helps to have a dedicated function for this rather than, just adding something. So make it state, and then we'll say this. We can write. All right. Here we will add alert. Right. We will add alert here, and we will write engaged here. So that means when they see the player, they are in alert mode. And when they're completely like they've waited for some time and they are sure that that is the player, that means now they're engaged. All right. Okay, let's just stop this timer because now we know that it works. Don't need it any longer. All right, so you see alert comes up and engaged also comes up. That's good. Let's just do one more thing. We'll say get self append string. All right. Now that's done. Now here we can also add kind of a switch, kind of an event saying that if there is a state change, do this or that or that. So let's say if we are in the alert state, right? Let's just do a switch here as well. Now if you're in the normal state, that's fine, you can just return. But if you're in the alert state, so we have to say stop movement, basically stop this movement. Stop active movement, I guess that's the right one, I believe. If not, we'll just turn down the walking. That's another option. Let's see if that one works out. Right. Yep, it does work out. Does work out pretty well. Let's just try this one. They saw us, they are stopped, and then they're moving. That's because of. Let's just do that. Right. All right. So they were moving. I'll tell you the reason for that one. They're moving even after seeing us is because that of the delay. They already reached the location, and then there was a delay, and they called this function after the delay. So that's why it was working fine. So don't worry about that one. We'll fix that. So what the other thing that we observed was if the timer is 0 again, player is out of view. So we will call a function, I mean not a function, the same thing, and we'll switch the state to normal again. Normal state once more, and but I think they will keep on staying in the same location. Yeah, they are in the, so right now they're in alert. Now they're in the normal mode. Yeah, but even then they're in the same location because there is no other instruction that is given that is there in the return like normal state. So um, basically we want to bring them here. We want to make sure that they have like they had completed the movement and now they can begin rethinking of what they have to do. So essentially they have to come down here, which is the normal state. So there are multiple ways to do this. One of which is we can create a custom event here. We can just say da da da. You're in normal state. Go back to doing what you were doing. Or we can call this same function once more to say, go to some location. These are all design choices, that maybe game designers will do for you, or but technically, it there needs to be a concrete system for your AI. So just like right now, if they're sitting idle in a position, that is not the right way of approaching this. So for now, let's let me think about this one. The issue here is that if we call this function here, this at the state change, if we say here, send unit to location, the issue here is that it will, it will just go to 000, which is not correct. So alternatively, what we can do is we can create this into a macro, or maybe call this kind of a function again. There is another one which is get. This is just a function, I believe. Yeah. So I'll do this one. I'll use this here. So we are basically back to the normal state. All right, let's just try that one. All right, alert, engaged, normal. All right. Now that is a problem altogether itself, because this guy, I think, was the patrolling one. I don't know. So I believe we do have to call this functionality here. Resume normal AI stuff. Right. And there we go. Can write a brief comment here, called from the AI state change. Let's just call this here. That's it. So now we don't need any of this. And now we also ensure whoever was doing whatever, they resume kind of the same thing. So if one was doing let's say patrolling, they will keep on patrolling. If somebody was doing a navigation, like randomized navigation, they will continue their randomized navigation. So that's the good thing there. All right. Next, I'll make this in some kind of a